Hello, all my garden nerds. My name is Amy, and I'm the Nerdy Urban Gardener. My last video was about growing and harvesting horseradish and how simple it is. Horseradish, if you don't have in your garden, is a great plant to have. It should be a staple in every garden. Easy to grow, it doesn't ask for a whole lot, it's incredibly hardy and grows in a lot of different climates. So I definitely suggest getting some if you haven't yet. Today I'm going to talk about processing horseradish. I'm going to show you how I process it and how easy it is to do. Mine are very small. A lot of times if you buy horseradish root in the store, you're going to see big chunks of horseradish. I harvested some of the new growth, so the roots are definitely a little bit smaller. They're very thin, but they still smell really great, super fresh. All you need in order to process horseradish is a food processor. I use a Vitamix because I don't own a food processor, but anything like that'll do. You'll need white vinegar or apple cider vinegar, which is what I'll be using, and salt. So I'm gonna get started on processing my horseradish. So I'm gonna show you how easy it is to process horseradish. My horseradish is a little smaller than what you're gonna find in a grocery store because it's new growth. So you're probably gonna find some chunkier, meatier pieces in the grocery store, but this smells great and works just as well. So the first thing you wanna do is peel your horseradish. Again, I have some really small pieces. If you have meatier, chunkier pieces from the grocery store, you're probably gonna wanna use like a carrot peeler or vegetable peeler. I use a piece of clean steel wool with nothing in it, and I just scrape it. So I'm literally just scraping all of that coarse outer layer off of the horseradish. Very easy. So once you've got it all peeled, then it's time to process it. Again, I'm using a Vitamix, but whatever you have, food processor, Vitamix, Ninja, you name it, it'll probably work. You just want to cut it into a few smaller pieces. It's gonna be a lot easier to process if you do that. Cut off all the dried out dead ends. Those are probably fine, but you know, why not just use the freshest parts that you can off of your horseradish. Got a few little buggy pieces in this one. Put them to the side. These really thin pieces like this probably don't actually even need to be cut up because they're so small already, but I'll cut them into a couple of smaller pieces just to make it easier. I didn't harvest a ton. I probably won't get a huge batch of horseradish when I'm done here, but it's just me and my husband, so it should be more than enough for us, and I can always go out and harvest more, which is the best part about growing stuff right in your own garden. Horseradish is not only delicious on meats and sandwiches, but it's also really healthy for you. If you feel like you're getting a cold or a sinus infection, anything like that, if you just take a little pinch of horseradish and put it in your mouth, we all know that feeling, that instant burn, and it'll clear your nasal cavities out really well. It helps to loosen up all of the mucus in your sinuses. It also helps with circulation in your face, which is great. And it can really help to get you through a cold or sinus infection just a little bit quicker. So to start, I'm just gonna add some water to my horseradish and get it all pulverized. The reason I'm not going to immediately add apple cider vinegar is because I'm gonna give some to my parents, and my dad does not like vinegar. I don't know. I love vinegar, but my dad doesn't like it, so I'm gonna leave it out, pulverize it, put a little away for them, and then I'll continue on with the vinegar and the salt. I'm just throwing a little bit of water in there. I do not measure, to be perfectly honest. Everybody has their specifics that they like to add: a quarter cup of water, quarter cup of vinegar, whatever. I just put it in there. A word of warning: if you are doing this at home, I highly suggest putting on some goggles or some kind of face mask for when you open this, because it will be strong and it will burn like nobody's business. I don't have any, unfortunately, so I may be suffering a little bit through this, but if you have some kind of face protectant, I might suggest using it, because the horseradish has a really high sulfur content and it is really strong when you first pulverize it, because you're breaking up the cells and the chemicals that are in the horseradish root are becoming airborne. And if you think horseradish out of the jar is strong, wait till you get a whiff of something fresh out of the blender. So I'm just gonna give it a little stir, and then I'll keep blending it until it's mixed really well. And if you need to add a little more water, you can. What I might actually end up doing is taking some of this out and then adding some more water to it. So this is a little thick right now, but I don't want to keep adding water and have it too diluted before I add my vinegar. So I'm going to take some of it out, put it to the side, then add some water to the stuff that I'm going to leave for my parents, and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to put some in a jar for my mom. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. If onions make you cry, this will really do it. I think it smells wonderful. I think I'm gonna be able to smell everything for a while, because this is gonna keep my sinuses clear. I put the cap back on. Okay. So I've heard a few different things with making horseradish. You want to leave it without putting in the vinegar, and the longer you leave it before you put the vinegar in, the stronger it gets. But I've also heard the opposite, and I'm really not sure which is correct. I obviously didn't leave it very long before I put the vinegar in, so I guess we'll see how it turns out. And maybe if I don't feel like it's strong enough the next time, I will, oh, I need water. Maybe I'll just leave it for a little longer before I add the vinegar. I may have just put a little too much water in there, but that's okay. Whew. Smells good. Ooh, my eyes. Ah. Oh yeah. Oh, that is strong. I like to blend it to a really creamy consistency. And with the Vitamix, it's great because it's super powerful and it'll really whip it up. So you can see I have blended my horseradish to the consistency of, I guess I would say, mashed potatoes. I like it a little bit creamier as like a spread. You know, it's a root, so it does get a little bit fibrous. So if you have a decent blender that'll break up all those fibers, it's just nicer that way. I like it creamy. It's very, very strong. My eyes are watering. All right. So I'm just gonna put this in some mason jars for now. I'm making a mess, because that's what I do. I make a mess. Whew. Oh my goodness. Yikes. Wow. Ooh, that is strong. Yep, my eyes are watering. Whew, I think I need a minute. It's definitely strong. I mean, don't get me wrong, my eyes are watering. I'm glad I didn't put any mascara on today. And my nose is running. Oh, I'm making a mess. Oh my goodness. Well, it has a great texture. Anyway, and it's all over my counter. Oof, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna use this for, because I'm gonna have to use it tonight for dinner. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. All right. I have to wipe these off before I actually cover them up, because I'm making a mess. I made a terrible mess. So I'm not jarring these up to you know, can them and keep them out. I'm gonna put them right in the refrigerator, because I don't really have the time right now to can them so that they can stay out in, you know, in the pantry or the cupboard, but they'll be fine in the refrigerator for a while. You know, they'll last for quite some time. And I'll probably give a little bit of it away. I'm not sure what I'll do with it yet, but making a mess. Right. Now, I've got to process the rest of it for my dad without vinegar. So processing horseradish for use in the kitchen is literally that easy. You peel the root, chop it into some small pieces, throw it into your food processor, a little bit of water, a little bit of vinegar, either distilled white vinegar or apple cider, your choice, and then a little bit of salt. And then just kind of keep blending it and add salt and vinegar to taste, and then blend it to whatever texture you like. If you like it chunky, then don't blend it so much. If you like it a little creamier, leave it in a little longer, add a little bit more water, and it'll last for a couple months, easy. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Also, click that like button, give it a like so that I know you liked it, and let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you want to see me put in my videos, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.